incredibly good.
Well, I think we've got something stressful coming up. We've got the Celebrity Challenge coming up. That will be very stressful, particularly
And the rain it will.
All right, they're coming up right after the break. In the meantime, let's take a look at how they're going to start on the grid. Warm-up lap. We've got all the Nissan Exas out on the track, which is going to be very testing time for all these drivers, and I'm joined there is our man, Maxie Walker. Max, how are you?
Oh, I feel terrific, Kenny. There's no doubt about it. There's a very pleasant Sunday afternoon's drive out here. Bit of rain around, but I mean, normally as cricketers, though, we come off when there's a bit of rain around, go back, play a game of cards with Dougie Walters and the boys, which seems to me to be about the best place to be.
Max, I think there's going to be a book out of this, isn't there?
Well, if not a book, at least a couple of chapters.
Are you promising?
Well, I'm threatening. I've got to get through this race yet. It was like going 5 rounds with Mike Tyson.
Well, I've got some astute judges here in the studio watching your form as you drive around now. I've got Jim Richards, Peter Brock and Barry Sheen. I don't know how impressed they are with you on the slow lap at this stage. Maybe it's a good time to take a examination number 1. Peter Brock.
Maxie, I notice you're sitting there pretty relaxed at the moment, or looks deceptive. How do you like the wet?
I like it, mate. Can I ask you one question? How many test matches did you play, Peter?
He wants to know how many test matches you played.
Always relaxed, mate. In the wet, we used to give them heaps. But I feel relaxed, but the muscles at the rear end are tensed up like you've never believed it.
I reckon they would be, Maxie. And is there anyone in the outer there trying to give you a drink over the boundary or something like that?
I saw Louis a couple of bends back with a spanner. I don't know whether that's of any significance or not.
Hey, 2 hands for beginners, mate.
I tell you, oh, sorry. There's a corner coming up too. Just gently squeeze, kiss the curb, I think's the way they put it.
Yeah, don't embrace it too much, Hangles. Just kiss it.
White knuckle fever, I think they call it.
That's it, mate.
Look at this. I'm built up now, 4,000 revs.
Oh.
I'll slip her up a cog. Look at that, nice. Whoa, back into the rock. Whoa,
Maxie, Jimmy Richards is sitting here, and of course he's a professional Nissan driver.
Yeah.
And he's shaking in his boots a bit. He reckons you're looking pretty good.
I should hit the pedal probably about 100, 120. That's what they're about now.
Yeah, 120 for this sort of condition. I'll tell you, this is nice and wet, Maxie.
This is heel toe, like a piano player. You just touch those pedals a bit, change the tempo a bit. Around we go.
Yeah, you could have gone out a bit wider there, Tangles.
Sorry, this is only just a warm-up.
Okay, mate, but there to get in the groove. Just
look at this. Look at this. Pedal. Just give it a nudge, bit of rev. Around we go.
Here's the exit.
Oh, there's water there. Water. Stay clear of that, they said, because...
They drove through it. You're a lair, Maxie. You just love driving through puddles, don't you?
Actually, the best part of this so far was the lap of honour yesterday. It was unbelievable. We got a chance to have a look around, wave to the crowd, and they really were unbelievable. But today, I saw the start. That race, we were down there before at Touring Cars, and my goodness gracious me, that was nothing short of awesome.
All right, we're going to have a Kiwi give an appraisal of just how we saw that lap of yours, Max. Jimmy Richards is beside me.
Thanks, Jim.
Hi, Max. How are you?
I feel terrific now, Jim. This is heartbeat material down here. The adrenaline rush, as Johnny Farnham would say, is very serious.
Is he promising, Jim?
Well, he was very promising out at Adelaide Raceway. Excuse me. But, of course, you'll have to put all the talent that we taught you out there, Maxie, into it here, because it's wet and you haven't driven in the wet before.
No, this is right. I suppose the last time I was in weather like this was in London in the back of a cab, I think, and I paid for that ride. I think I'm going to pay for this for the rest of my life too.
Maxie, it's Barry Sheen here.
Bazza, I was wondering when you'd come
in. Listen, this is the best bit, Maxie. Now, don't get nervous. Whatever you do, it's no problem going to that first corner with all those cars surrounding you.
No, red lights on, Will.
Go, Maxie! You're my son.
In a second.
Go over the curb, Maxie, straight through the chicane.
Oh, gee, my goodness gracious me, look at this. Can you put the windscreen wipers up a cock or two?
Where are you,
Gee,
Max?
John Farnham's got through.
Hey! Yeah, that's it. Was that Maxie over the curve?
I'm round wide. I'm round wide. Anyone behind me? I can't see out of that mirror.
Don't worry, Maxie. You'll feel them.
I can feel them.
Just pretend you're in a tank, Max.
I feel like it at times. Someone said you should go down to second, but I'm not too sure. Here they up into third. They said it was a better take in the corner. You get a better reaction.
Well, Darren Cahill's out front. He's the man who probably showed all the promise in John Farnham in practice this week.
Yeah, they certainly did. Those blokes are very competitive. They like to be the best.
Well, don't you?
Yeah, but I want to be there next weekend.
He wants to write the book.
I want to write the book. I want to be able to talk about this.
Maxie, listen, when you get to the long straight, don't forget, on the right-hand side of the road, when you see everybody's brake lights, count to 10 and then get on the brakes.
Count to 10 and get on the brakes.
Yes.
Gee, these corners come up pretty swole. When you go sideways, it's a worry, isn't it? I'll rip it down a cog here in a second. How's that?
Oh, wonderful.
Round there we go.
Max, you've got to get a bit more aggressive. It's a bit laid back at this stage.
It's all right for you blokes. I'm driving and talking too. Your chair hasn't moved for the last 40 seconds.
But you're a natural, Maxie.
I might be a natural, but I'm not Robert Redford either. How's the face looking? Distorted?
No, it's all right. Deborah Hutton's up your tail.
Yeah, well, she's been perving on me for most of this trip. That's a fair climb, isn't it?
Yes, it does occupy a fair bit of airspace, Maxie.
I won't fit in a Formula One, though.
But I tell you what, our tennis player, Darren Cahill, has got a nice little lead at this stage.
And John Farnham's doing well in there in second spot too.
Well, he had a good teacher, didn't he, Peter?
Yes, I spent a bit of time with John.
Yeah, I was talking to John yesterday on the line, and he was saying how worried he was. He was so nervous.
I've been talking to him, but just settling him down a bit.
We'll see if he listens to Brocking out on the right-hand side, up the inside. Do we go?
Of course, the great danger here, Peter, is that some people have ambitions beyond ability.
Well, of course, you get a rush of blood and you think, well, OK, here we are on a racetrack, I can do it. And it doesn't feel fast, but all of a sudden when you run wide and you get that soft stuff on the edge, well, you can ask Barry Sheen that, really. He can tell you more about that.
Oh, yeah, what the car control. You did a wonderful job of it. Yes, 360, very nice.
There's the very attractive Deborah Hutton out by herself. I don't know whether they're scared of her. John Farnham, Whispering Jack, has just taken a bit of a shortcut over the chicane. But we've got... this is a 5-lap race, and at this stage, Cahill is showing the others how to do it. I mean, to get past him in these conditions is going to be fairly difficult, I would imagine.
I would say a little push on one of the corners wouldn't hurt.
Yes, it wouldn't hurt. Actually, they're actually doing a neat job, these guys. They really have been instructed very well. I mean, I'm talking about Jim Murcott there, actually.
Don't be modest.
I think Jim Murcott...
Well, they've got $28,000 machines. I mean, they'd like to hand them back in reasonable condition, wouldn't they?
What about Malcolm Jones? He paid $30,000 for his drive, and a guy offered him $40,000 to, you know, to take over his drive.
Come on. Who offered him that, Stefan Johansson?
Oh, can't it?
Well, he's poor guy's cooling his heels all weekend. I thought maybe you would.
Actually, Malcolm Spike Jones is a money broker, and he bid for that at a charity auction at $30,000. Enjoy it, Malcolm. Enjoy it while you can.
Oh, boy.
That is a man who really does. John Platten back there in
John coming up.
Johnny Platten.
Johnny,
I think how fast he'd be driving if he played for Collingwood. I mean,
and if he cut his hair.
And he cut his hair.
But I tell you what, Peter, haven't they done a good job, paint job on the X's?
They look great. They look absolutely fantastic. John Alexander. Now, I expected John to be faster.
Anne-Marie, can you hear me? Anne-Marie Sparkman? No, she's full of concentration. I guess it's a good time for us, while she can't answer us back, to check out her style.
Yes.
We're not going to get into trouble that way.
Actually, she was really looking forward to this race this morning too. I was talking to her for a while, and she was really hyped up.
Yeah. Well, Anne-Marie did also that GP rally from Melbourne to Adelaide. She really did love that, and she said she wasn't taking herself that seriously in this one, but if you know Anne-Marie, you know that's not true.
You've got to give yourself an out, so the first thing you do is say, I'm just fun.
Oh, yes.
Johnny Platt?
Yes.
Well.
Jimmy Richards, any one of these would you like to join your team?
Well, out at here, Darren Kay was going extremely well. But I must admit, some of the other fancied contenders have moved up a few places, like John Farnham, Glenn Wheatley.
You still haven't answered the question. Would you have any of them in your team?
Well, yeah. I think they just probably need a little more practice, but they were going real well.
Look, the bottom line is there's only so much just a slice of cake available. And Richo reckons that he deserves a fairly healthy slice, so he doesn't like all these other drivers.
Well, he's the boss. He makes the rules.
Yeah.
It's my game, my car. Yeah. Well, that's 3 of 5. They don't go quite as quick as their fronts in the Group A. I mean, it seems to be
But
taking
see,
a while.
Glenn Wheatley's keeping an eye on his charge there.
Here's
He's keeping an eye on shot. Hello. Hello. Not
John's
really wise, John,
ahead.
but not bad.
Little straight on there. Oh,
Let the
Ken
boss
Jarrett's going good. He's the one that's been jumping over the chicane every lap. Mind you, he works for a finance company. So
Lisa Curry's out there somewhere too, and I don't know how well she's placed. Maybe all of them are driving reasonably conservatively, obviously because of the wet weather. But,
What was that bit of obscurity from
here's Lisa,
you, Barry Sheen?
our
What
golden
was it?
girl.
No, Ken Jarrett, he's the managing director of Velda's Finance, and he's going over the chicane every lap. And up
So
the
I
side
used
of
to
it.
jumping over like financial hurdles or something
ducking
like that.
ducking out the way of customers.
Here's the style of our golden girl, Peter.
Now Lisa should be right in her element.
Yeah,
This
that's
rain,
right,
she's
yes.
looking good, I reckon.
Yeah, well, she can swim. There's a bit of a pool out there. Away you go, Lisa. Okay, Maxie, where are you? Where are you placed in this field? Or don't you know?
I think I started at 14. I might have drifted a little bit.
Drifted a little bit, I like it.
This is not a horse race.
I know that. There's not a horse big enough to take me either. But I tell you what, it's a clear road ahead of me and it's a clear road behind me. Who have I got coming up over here?
Probably Anne-Marie Sparkman, I think.
No,
Matt?
I think Anne-Marie's got me covered. She started earlier. I haven't...
Maxie, as it stands, you're lapping half a second slower than Liz Hayes did.
Oh, come on. That's a record I'll never get near. She was travelling Australia Post, I believe, on that trip round.
Is Louis Richards in the boot? That's what we want to know.
He's still looking for the grease nipple. I'm not too sure that he knows the difference between that up and the rear one. It's a good feel down the straight, though.
What speed are you reaching, Max?
They've covered it up on me. I don't know.
That's so it won't frighten you.
Oh, gee.
What would you like to guess at, mate? I mean, you've driven this fast before.
Be probably 220 or thereabouts, I reckon, because it's really quick. It's a blur of colour out the windscreen.
Max, are you getting hot at all? Getting started? You're working up a sweat?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, but you could, I suppose you could try turning the heater off that we put on before the race.
Is that what it is? They told me that was the demister of the...
That was Barry Sheen's idea. I didn't have anything to do with it, Max.
I suppose you got your sleeves rolled up too, Baz, or have you, just for a change?
Yeah, right above the elbows, Max, so you'd be very proud of me.
Oh, I would be, mate. Look at this.
Listen, if I was you, I wouldn't moan about the conditions out there. You want to see what it's done to my hair? It's mucked it right up, it has.
Last time I got the blokes like you that talk like you do on a wet one, we fix you up. I think that was 1975. Couldn't handle the wet conditions out there. Tomo off the long run and Lily. Whoops, this one's a bit quick. I shouldn't talk going through this.
Just go straight over the curbs, Maxie. Good.
Oh, how's that Nissan suspension, Maxie? Oh.
Max, next time, it's a four-wheel drive for you.
I never want to be able to see in that. At times, though, I must admit my abilities have definitely outweighed my mouth a bit on this trip. I have predicted I'd do big things, and I guess I've let a lot of people down.
Well, there's a bit of money riding on you. I hope you know that.
Is it?
What, for the Liz Hayes Award, or?
Whoa, hang on.
Hello.
Anne-Marie.
Hello, Charlie.
Hello, gorgeous.
Yeah, Marie just, look, she's having a word to herself there because John Alexander slipped by there, I think.
Is Anne-Marie's lipstick still in place in the rain?
Yes, she's looking at a picture of good health.
Oh, she's done it again. Oh, my word.
Anne-Marie's having a little bit of trouble.
Oops, some gyrations.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Max, stay out of the traffic up the top end of Foster's. You're going to be in a lot of trouble otherwise.
What's that?
There's a few spin-outs going on in front of you.
You're joking.
Yeah,
They're doing okay, Maxie. They've cleaned the track
they've
up.
cleaned the
You
track
reckon
up.
I can pass anyone?
Yes,
Yep.
now. There's one just about to start.
Whoa.
Actually, Max, we would like to see you pass somebody. That would be rather special.
It'd be half a chance to see you with somebody, Maxie.
Is Anne-Marie going to take a couple of places?
Whoa, that's a good one.
Gee,
John
it seems
Flat.
to be exciting.
Oh!
Oh, nice one.
They go
Those
down
flags are out.
Oh,
Watch out for those flags.
Get him on the way back. And Max, just be careful. There is somebody right in the middle of the track.
Oh,
another spin
nice
out.
one. Coming into the start.
Mid Jarrett.
Yeah, young Jared, I think.
I think he was